Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Goodland, the land where everything is good. Because what is better than hanging out with two best friends? My name is Norin, and I am one of those best friends.
And I'm the other best friend. I'm Michael.
Michael, it is so good to be back doing Goodland 2 weeks in a row now. Who would have thought?
Yeah, we're back, and hopefully better than ever.
Hopefully. I guess there's only one way to tell, and that is to do the thing.
Do the thing. We got a pretty good thing planned out for today.
We got a pretty good thing.
It's an
Well,
old classic.
tell me about your week, Michael. What has happened since last time we recorded?
Yeah, since last time, it has only been a week, so not as many life events as
Yeah, in between our previous episodes, yeah.
Yeah, everything's going well. Again, it's just kind of school and work for me for the most part. But I'm at the point where I'm kind of figuring out where I want to go as I'm like going into my junior year of college, so I'm really like finalizing all of my classes and stuff. But like this week I get to like shadow like a nurse anesthetist and get to talk to like some doctors and stuff because I think that's the direction I want to go. So I get to like interact with a lot of them this week, so I'm like super excited to start that.
Cool.
So got some
Cool.
good things coming. I've been super busy preparing for it, but
I
I'm
bet.
excited.
Any other big plans in the work? Any other big news happening soon or anything like that?
No, not really. Just kind of like mid-semester stuff. Don't have any like big trips planned. Nothing crazy. Unfortunately, because I'm spending so much time trying to get good grades, I haven't even been able to like play video games or do much of that. So it's just been a pretty basic survival mode, I guess.
It's okay. Sometimes that's good.
Yeah. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, not too much different between this week and last. I still getting used to the new place, but it's good to be here. One of the biggest changes for me is having to find food for myself. Because when I was at home, my mom and dad cooked dinner every night, and then I would just take that leftovers for lunch to work the next day. And so now I got to get a little bit more creative.
Now that's on you.
Yeah, so that has been an adjustment. But
It's got to be similar to college, though, right?
Mhm.
Or
yeah, although when I was in college, I had like the cafeteria that I could go to because I
that's
had
right, yeah, like
had a
that
meal
meal
plan
plan.
with my dorms. But the time that I spent renting that house in Pocatello, it's pretty similar to that. So I've done it before. It's not like it's just getting reacclimated to it after a few months
That's true.
back home.
It's got to be so nice after having like the fridge always stocked.
Yeah, yeah, that's one of the things I'm figuring out, like, how destitute do I need to get before I go grocery shopping? Like, what is the necessary amount of?
I found a weekly basis works for me. Each week I plan 4 meals, and it pretty much goes where like Kelsey and I will make like big meals, so they'll last like a long time. So we make about 4 meals a week. Go shop once
Nice.
a week.
I
And
like that.
it's down to a pretty good science. Um, but still, all the time I find myself like, oh man, we're getting low on food. I guess that's my job, huh? I guess we need to go grocery shopping. It's not gonna fill itself.
Yeah.
So.
What's your favorite thing that you guys make?
I don't know. We have a lot of good things. I love cooking meat. Um, so like ribs are absolutely one of my favorite. Kelsey and I make this like amazing maple hot sauce, like a
Ooh.
1000% everything from scratch. Like
Ooh.
that's part of like our diet is everything that we make is, down to like the actual ingredient we get ourselves and pretty much fruits, vegetables, things like that. So yeah, we'll like get the peppers, get the vinegar, get like everything, make the hot sauce, then like boil it down, concentrate it with like maple syrup, and then just cover some ribs with that. That is good. We don't have that too often though.
It sounds like an undertaking.
I will say my favorite like easy meal is making a bunch of like hummus. So again, like from scratch. So like I get the chickpeas, tahini, blend it all up, everything else. and then I'll cook up some turkey, like ground turkey, and then some onions, and I'll just eat that together, like get the hummus, put the turkey on top.
Hmm.
If we've like made chips, then it goes great, but even just by itself, it sounds so simple, but it's like my favorite. I try and convince Kels to have it like every week.
That's awesome.
Well, what about you? And you've got a couple roommates too, so I guess you might have some that you share. But
Yeah. Um. So my if I'm gonna spend a night cooking, one of the things that I love is so I have the Dungeons and Dragons cookbook, the Heroes Feast
oh
cookbook,
yeah,
that has a ton of D&D themed recipes in it, which is awesome. I found that I love those themed cookbooks. So there's like two World of Warcraft ones, and I have both of those, and I have the D&D one. Um, I'm hoping I can
good.
pick up the Elder Scrolls one sometime soon. I just
That
think
that one looks so good.
if I'm going to spend the time to cook, I love it to be themed and nerdy. That just makes it more fun and more engaging for me. Um, but in the D&D one, there's this recipe for this chicken and dumpling soup that is delicious. It's got like fresh leeks in it and carrots and celery and
That sounds so good.
yeah, it is to die for. Um, my roommates, we have decided that once a month we're doing Soup Sunday, where we all get our significant
Mm,
others together, and then one couple will make a big pot of soup for all of us to share.
good
So
soup.
when Kira and I did Soup Sunday, we did that chicken and dumpling stuff, and it was so good. Um, but if I'm going simple, one of my go-tos is a nice grilled peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Um,
Mm, that
it's
is real good.
yeah, PB and J, and then just slather butter on either side of the bread and just grill it up so you get the nice toasted um, bread and the peanut butter gets all melty. Oh man, it's delectable.
That
Um,
sounds real good.
when I was
Do
living in
you?
when I
Oh
was
no,
living
you're good.
in Pocatello, my roommates Megan and Jenny are good friends. Um, I introduced them to the grilled PB and J, and they got hooked. They loved it.
Sounds real good. I don't know if I've like ever truly toasted my PB&J, so I may need to try that.
You do it just grilled cheese style. You just butter the outsides of the bread, slap it in a pan, slap it
Oh
in a
wow, you
skillet,
like
and just flip it. Yeah,
dang. That
yeah.
sounds
You just
amazing.
you do it exactly like a grilled cheese. It's awesome.
Man, dang. You need to get something together where you tell your roommates, hey, I will cook once a week out of the Elder Scrolls cookbook if you chip in for the Elder Scrolls cookbook.
Yeah, yeah. If
It's a payment plan.
you guys give me the book, I will make your dinners.
I think that'd be very fun.
Honestly, I love it. I love cooking. It's one of my most favorite things to do. I just wish it didn't take so long.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
But that's one of the
I
things. Like if I'm going to cook, one of the things that I'll do, I find myself like almost unable to just do like the bare minimum. Like I feel like if I'm going to put in the time and effort to cook, I want it to be grand. So I find myself like
mm,
thinking of like, oh, I'd like to have this for dinner, but how can I elevate this simple thing? That's how I came up with it. Well, I'm sure I'm not the first person to ever grill a PB and J, but in my mind, that's where it came from. Is I was in at home and I was like, I got to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, but
yeah.
how can I make it better? And I did the same thing like with leftovers. I've made like I think I may have talked about this on an episode of Goodland before, but I like took some leftover tamales and turned them into a waffle um, because I was like, if
Which
I
sounds
don't I
amazing.
don't want to just have leftovers. How can I elevate it? And so I find myself like if I'm going to put the effort into making food, I'm going to go for
Mhm.
it.
Yeah, that's one thing like I love just kind of about the way I live. Like it has forced me to really like make everything. Like it definitely has like made me become a much better cook
Yeah,
than I imagine I would be. Because I know how to cook things. Like any meat, you could tell me like, hey, I want it cooked this way or like with this stuff, and I already know like exactly what to do
yeah,
with it. Like I'll be like, okay, you need it this temperature, this needs to happen. Here's the order of what needs to go in the pan first. Like I just love cooking, and it's such an art, when done well. So that's why I
yeah,
love when you can combine like here's the art of cooking and World of Warcraft.
yeah.
Something
Exactly.
like that. It's just such a fun fun combination, and I feel like, I really wonder how much our society like cooks these days. Like that's something I wonder because, I mean, especially if you go back like 100 years, like obviously everyone cooked like everything,
Yeah.
but I wonder how well those cookbooks would help if everyone had like their favorite cookbook.
Yeah, just take your favorite IP, whatever it is, and turn it into a cookbook. I wonder if that would get more people into it.
Yeah.
Like Gossip Girl, the cookbook. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe that'll be our next section, talking about the potential cookbooks and
Oh man,
potential
that's actually
recipes.
kind of a cool idea. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
But no, you're right. Like I wonder, like how much do people do it anymore? Because like growing up, I got like everyone does family different. Some families are closer than other families. Not everyone has not everyone has the luxury of like family dinners, but that's something that my family did growing up. Every single night we had dinner together. My mom or my dad would cook, and we would all sit around the dinner table together and eat and talk. And I know that's not a luxury that every family has, but growing up, that's what I was used to. And so, when I was younger and didn't understand that not everything worked the way that my family worked, it was always kind of a shock to me when I learned that families didn't do that. And obviously now I know that that's not an option for everybody.
Yeah.
But like I think like that, because that was the picture that I had growing up. That was what my experience was. That my parents both cooked, and they would take turns, and both my parents really enjoy cooking. And my dad kind of has, I think I've got it from my dad, where that idea of like, if I'm going to spend the time to cook, I'm going to go above and beyond.
Yeah, your dad does some fun things.
He does some intense cooking, and so I know that whenever there's something I want to make, I'll just shoot a text to my mom or my dad, and I'll ask them like tips for this. And then I've got this note in my phone. It's called Dad's Foods, and I just have like the text message instructions that I'll just copy and paste over from that. Whatever my dad gives me tips on how to cook something, I'll just copy and paste it into that note, and I just have this like homemade cookbook of stuff that my dad sent me saved in my phone.
I like that. Maybe that's in that segment we mentioned. We'll do a Goodland cookbook where we have both of our recipes together in one little book.
Oh man,
and we
next
can put it in a PDF.
We should get together sometime, and we should do like a live cooking segment where we'll do episodes
I like
that we can upload, and we can do episodes of like a live cooking show.
I think we could have some fun with that.
That would be awesome. Oh man, I will tell you, at the time of this recording, Michael, I have not eaten dinner yet.
Same.
I'm starving.
I've got some chicken in the oven.
Oh man. I still don't even know what I'm gonna eat after this.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I guess you can tell how hungry we are because we haven't even gotten to today's segment.
Yeah, which is a returning favorite.
Pre-game.
Yeah, this was the pregame. Yeah, this is a returning segment requested by our dear friend Spencer Sparks, who we love so much. Spencer on Twitter told us that one of his favorite segments we've ever done was the Goodlywed games. So we are going to take it back to that. So Michael and I have both prepared lists of questions that we will ask each other. And then we will answer what we think the other person's answer to the question will be. And then we'll compare, and we'll see how well we know each other.
Yeah.
Perfect. I think I explained that well enough. Last time we did this, we had pen and paper.
I have pen and paper. We can also share screens if that's needed. But
yeah, I don't have pen and paper. I did not come prepared. The other thing I was thinking is we just say it.
Yeah, on the count of 3.
Yeah,
we'll just say it.
We'll just tell each other. I'll just say like, this is what I think yours is, and then you can say, this is what I think yours is, and then we'll just do it like that.
Perfect.
That might be a little easier. It also might make editing this afterwards a little easier, because the last time we did this segment, us writing everything, I had to go through and cut out like the dead air. So it might also be a little bit easier on the editing side of things if we just say it.
Perfect. Okay, well let's start with one. Do you have one you want to start us off with here?
Heck yeah. We have just spent, let's see, how long have we been recording so far? We've just spent about 15 minutes talking about food, so I may as well play into the theme.
I like that.
Do I prefer, and then I guess I'll answer, do you prefer mild or sharp cheddar?
Oh, okay.
All right.
All right, I'm ready.
I'm ready too.
Okay.
I'll start. Michael, I peg you as a sharp cheddar kind of guy.
Yeah, totally right. I pegged you as sharp cheddar. Is that the case?
Indeed.
Okay. I think we both like, I don't know if exotic is the word, but we like...
Probably not for cheddar cheese.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's not quite what we're trying to relate here. But like, just a step above.
Yeah, we like to experience flavors.
Yeah.
We're not simple folks when it comes to taste.
Yeah, now here's a question. Spur of the moment here. What we cannot...
Ooh, off the dome!
Yeah, what's your heat tolerance when it comes to like actual spice? Like if you're jalapeno, salsa, like there's a bowl of mild, medium, hot, and like crazy hot. What are you going for?
I've got a super high spice tolerance. I love things spicy. Things like like the Reaper, like those hottest pepper in the worlds, that are just hot to be hot. I don't care for it too much because I like spicy with flavor, but like I have a really high spice tolerance, and I like things to be spicy.
Yeah, living in New Mexico, I definitely got used to like everything having green chili. Like it was amazing how every place you'd go, like McDonald's, all the burgers were green chili. Subway,
Wow.
Everything was green chili. Like every single like classic restaurant or fast food place you'd go, they like needed to have green chili, otherwise the people would riot. So I just got used to having it on everything. And my heat tolerance has probably gone down a little bit, but I just love a nice burn.
Yeah,
I like
definitely.
to taste my food. I don't understand the people who like have so much.
Like the one chip challenge. Have you heard about that?
I've heard of it. Definitely don't want to try anything like that.
I don't feel like I need to. I know that my spice tolerance is pretty high. I know that probably exceeds it. No need to put myself through it. Yeah. Do you remember that one time, that one summer, we went to that wing festival at Kleiner Park?
Oh, yeah.
And we had those root beer float wings that were pretty dang good.
Those were incredible.
But then we also tried that wing that was like the hottest pepper or whatever was like what the sauce was made of, and we split one between like you, me, and Caleb. We each it was like one was enough for the three of us, and it was pretty freaking spicy.
Pretty freaking spicy. Yeah. I think of like the Buffalo Wild Wings, the mango habanero. That one is so good. I love that one, but that's like almost too hot.
Man.
Not quite.
I could go for some B-dubs right now. That sounds pretty good.
We may have found a winner.
It sounds pretty good. Might have to DoorDash tonight. All right, Michael. What about you? Do you have a question for me? I mean, of course, you have a list. We talked about this. You got 12 questions.
I do have a list. I have some food ones, but I'm going to split it up a little bit.
Give us a break for a little bit before we start ourselves.
And then we'll go back to food. All right. So, if I died and came back as an animal, what would it be?
Oh, man, this is a good one.
Yeah, we can think. This is a thinker.
Yeah, this is a thinker. Oh, man. I think I've got a pretty good guess for you.
Okay. All right, I think I've got a pretty good guess for you, too.
Do you want to go first?
So, yeah, I can go first. Man, this is something I probably should have thought about this for a long time since I had that advantage, but I didn't.
You did write the question.
Yeah, that's my fault. My guess would be some sort of like a dog, like just a nice, happy dog that would get to like chill You're nodding your head. What
That
can you
was
say to that?
100% yes. That was 100% what it was. I wanted to be a dog, like someone like a dog that was like the pet of a really nice family. You got it 100%.
Dang, and I already said I did not take the time to think about that one. So,
Yeah, you nailed it.
dang, this is why we play this game.
Yeah, that was amazing. I thought for sure like this one was so open ended that I thought for sure we were gonna be like it was gonna be one of those things where like you'd say it and be like, oh yeah, like I could totally see that. But what I had in my mind, no, you got it 100%.
All right.
I've thought that for a long time now. Like a dog would just like I could even be like a purse dog and I'll be totally happy. Like just a dog with a nice family that gets like nice and pampered. That just sounds like the perfect life to me.
Sounds like a good life.
Oh man. Well, now I'm nervous to say mine because I'll look like a jerk if I get it wrong. I was thinking like for you, I had the image of like a bird, like a hawk or an eagle.
Dude, yep.
Nailed it.
That's it.
Stuck the landing. Yep, totally.
That's impressive. Yeah, I would definitely say like a nice big old eagle or hawk. That would be it. I just think it'd be so nice just kind of get to fly around all day. You know, if you play it right, you don't have like any predators. You just kind of chill, always good views. Can hang out in a tree, you know, you can do
Yeah.
whatever. So
Yeah. Oh man, look at us go.
that's we can stop. We did it. We're good friends. We know each other.
And this has been the final episode of Goodland ever. Oh
All right,
man.
let's hear the next one.
Okay. Go to background TV show. I just need some noise on in the background. What is the TV show I'm throwing up?
Oh. Man, that's a good one.
Yeah. I think I know yours.
Okay, yeah, let's hear it.
My guess for yours is Parks and Recreation.
Dude, Kellis has Parks and Rec as a background show going on right now. I would say that definitely is a good one for me. I'd say the only reason it's not my most commonly is because I have it on DVD, so that means I need to put in the DVD.
The little bit of extra effort.
The little bit of extra effort. I don't know. That's a good question. I definitely would say like Avatar is pretty common for me, but Parks and Rec, if that was on Netflix, oh yeah, 100%. When it was on Netflix or wherever it was, yeah, definitely a good one. Man, okay, now I need a. I know I've like seen you send me so many things that were like that you listen to in the background while doing homework. Like you always send me pictures and stuff. I don't know. My first guess was Star Wars: The Clone Wars, but that's probably like an old one. It's probably one that like used to be, but not now.
Yeah, definitely. Star Wars: The Clone Wars. I mean, that was a big one for a long time, and sometimes I would even do it like if I was trying to fall asleep, I would just put Star Wars: The Clone Wars on.
Oh dang!
Like that's how much it was. Yeah, and it's definitely you're right. It's probably one that isn't as common anymore. But yeah, definitely. Like I have probably seen Star Wars: The Clone Wars like all 9 seasons of it through countless times.
Am I right that it'd be a cartoon?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what cartoon? I know like My Hero Academia is one that you've been watching.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's one that's like passive.
Yeah, I mean definitely like I've rewatched it a few times. Most recently, since I picked up Paramount Plus, it's been SpongeBob.
Oh dang. Yeah.
And then
Still love that growing up.
like Ninja Turtles, like specifically the 2012 iteration. This one. This one right here.
Yeah, that one. Perfect. You got a good example.
Yeah. So those, yeah, definitely like cartoon is spot on though. Definitely like pretty much any cartoon is fine by me. I love watching cartoons.
That makes sense.
All right.
All right. Well, I got a good one. All right, this is, let's see this question here. Um, okay, here we go. If you had $500 to spend on me,
Oh.
what would it be?
Oh, okay. So I can get you the perfect gift for $500.
Yeah, it's my birthday. $500 is the budget, so you get to go nuts. And I guess it can be multiple things, but 500
Sure.
is
Oh
the
man,
cap. What would it be?
that's a good question. And I like this one because it's not necessarily like the answer to this question isn't like if your answer doesn't match mine, you're wrong. It's like this is just a good like how can I make you happy, buddy?
Yeah.
I like this.
Yeah, I guess we can see how fitting it is.
I think I've got a good idea.
Okay, cool. I've got one. I guess I can go first here. I would say a PlayStation if I could, a PS5 if I could, but if not, I'd probably figure out like your top comics and just get like subscriptions.
Hmm.
Like that, and or like even just like Paramount subscription. Just like, all right, dude, I got you like a year's worth of everything.
That that would be awesome. Yeah, you're right. Like a PS5 is definitely probably like my biggest hunt at the moment. Just trying to track them down amidst this chip shortage that we are facing. Um, that has been super frustrating. That's definitely like my biggest want at the moment. Like
It's difficult.
if I could track one of those down, I would be set. Um, but just like you're right. I got a lot of nerd stuff that I subscribe to, whether it's like D&D Beyond or comics and stuff like that. That would be a weight off my shoulders. That would be awesome. Um, for for you, I was thinking, um, is there's this place in Utah called Evermore Park. I don't know if you've heard about it.
Sounds cool. I
But
don't know what it
essentially,
is.
so it's like a theme park, but you it's not like rides and stuff. It's like a role playing theme park essentially, where it's like this fantasy village that you go to, and then you like get quests, and like all the workers there are in character, and you get quests and you go around and you like solve quests in this village. So I was thinking we would use some of the money on like tickets and food and hotel and stuff there, but then we would also go all out on like a total like Comic-Con worthy costume to get ready to go around
Dang.
and go like full like all in on this Evermore Park experience.
That would be so cool. Just like, all right, we've got this event, $500. Like that'd be so fun because it'd be like a little project. Like how could I do this? How could we have the most fun with that?
Just Michael, right now I want you to Google Evermore Park and I want you to just like hit images
Okay,
and
here we go. Evermore Park news and updates. Oh man, they have like a Halloween event. Oh,
yeah,
that's so cool.
yeah. I just kind of want you to click through and just kind of give me your thoughts, give me your live reaction.
I like can't believe that this is a place. This is insane.
I know. Let me. I want to just kind of share so our viewers on YouTube can get a picture of this too. It is like just pure fantasy goodness. It's like a straight up fantasy village with cobblestone, and everyone there is in costumes. Everyone there is just living their best nerdy life. That I think would be so fun for us to do together.
Yeah. Oh man. Well, I want to go there. That's like sounds like an even cooler Disneyland.
Yeah, right. Okay, I've got another question for you.
Yeah, let's hear this.
If I could be best friends with any celebrity, who would it be?
Ooh, okay. All right, let's hear it.
Okay. This is a hard one because there's a lot of options, and it depends like how big we're going. Like if we're talking, like, did your mind go movie star or did your mind go small screen? Because I think there's probably one that we share on a smaller scale.
Yeah, I think we probably share that one, and then I guess we can do both.
Sure.
So
So quite obviously, I think the one that came to both our minds would be Matthew Mercer, the voice actor
Mercer
and Dungeon Master Critical Role. That was probably an easy get. So I think small scale, we're both in agreement there. Because how awesome would that be?
yeah, I mean, we both are DMs. Like we're planning on doing like a fun segment on D&D specifically, so we'll definitely go in more detail. But like, man, that would be incredible. Just like talk.
Not only is Matt Mercer like, I would say like a creative genius, and as a dungeon master myself for D&D, like one of my biggest icons. Not only is he that, he's also like the nicest person on the planet, like the most caring, genuine individual to exist. And I think just to hang out with him would be so wholesome and so like
It'd just be a good experience,
fulfilling, like and healing. Like it would just be, oh man, yeah. So I think we're definitely in agreement there. But I think if we're talking like movie star, like kind of like big deal celebrity, I think you'd probably get along really well with someone like Matthew McConaughey. I think you both have very similar, like, chill, easygoing vibes. But I would say also probably, like, if I had to guess someone you might have chosen for yourself, I don't know, like Ryan Reynolds? Would you go like a Ryan Reynolds?
Ryan Reynolds wouldn't be bad.
Who were you thinking? What was your answer for big screen movie star?
Man, that's a good question. I don't know. I think, honestly, mine probably would be like Ian McKellen.
Oh, I see.
Like what a legacy does that guy have?
Yeah.
Like, it'd be pretty cool just being able to, like, talk to him.
Yeah. I bet he's got a ton of stories.
Yeah, definitely. And he seems like a nice dude, too. I mean, I've never, like, met him. That's what I want to do, but...
Yeah, that's true. I guess I don't know much about him personally, but, like he seems pretty chill. I follow him on Twitter.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely. Some of these people have, like, social media, so it's, like, nice being able to connect with them.
Yeah, and kind of see.
Like, I think like Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Oh yeah,
he's kind of, not like a movie star, but kind of. I guess he has a movie. So yeah, like Lin-Manuel Miranda too. Like, that'd be really cool. For you, I guess like Chris Pratt. That was one person I guess maybe you'd be interested in. What about that?
Yeah, definitely
Chris Pratt.
Definitely up there. Like I would like to a couple of the stuff that's like come out on social media, he has kind of brought him down a little bit on my list.
I guess you do stay more in touch with that.
Yeah, so he's come down a little bit on my list because of that. But there definitely was a point in time where he would have been a fantastic choice. But I think you're in the right vein, like that kind of goofy Marvel actor.
Yeah,
is definitely up there. Like, you just switch the Chris's, either like Hemsworth or
any of the Chris's.
Yeah, any of the Chris's really. Why am I blanking on Steve Rogers? Chris
Evans?
Yes. God, why couldn't I remember that? Yeah, Hemsworth or Evans would definitely be up there. For me, it might actually be Ryan Reynolds. I don't know. I like the guy a lot.
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds is definitely like my second guess for that.
I like him a lot. One of the things I wonder about him is that like I wonder like how genuine the picture of him that we see all the time is. You know what I mean? Like, is he really that easygoing and funny all the time? Or is it one of those things where like he gets home and he's like, I'm so tired of being funny all the time.
Yeah,
and he's just beat
all the time.
So that would be my biggest fear if I was going to hang out with Ryan Reynolds, is that like he would be totally beat from this facade that he puts on all the time, because it seems like a lot of energy to be that constantly.
Yeah, I was gonna say either that or, man, that dude is a well polished stone.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. So that would be my biggest reserve about hanging out with him. But he would definitely be up there. But I think like the Marvel Chris's are definitely like up there in my choices for sure.
Okay.
Or like Mark Hamill.
Oh yeah, Mark Hamill's a good dude.
Yeah.
Very good dude.
I love Mark Hamill. Just like as a guy, he's so wholesome, and I feel like he just cares about people and the world.
Yeah, it's definitely become his persona, just caring and engaging with people all the time. I followed him on like Twitter and stuff, and he's always very active. So.
Yeah. So he would definitely be. He is probably my number one, I would say. Probably Mark Hamill.
I could see that. Dang, so many good people out there. Here's a question here. You're making a pizza with any ingredients you want. What's included on it?
Okay. I think... Okay. I'm trying to remember.
It's like, man, when was the last time you got pizza?
Yeah.
All right, let's go sauce and then like a couple toppings.
Yours... I want to say Hawaiian pizza, because I know that you can eat an entire pineapple by yourself in one sitting.
I could. Yeah, Hawaiian pizza is definitely like my go-to. Yeah. That's definitely like you can't go wrong with that. I personally love having it with like pepperoni. Usually it just has like Canadian bacon, like some ham on it, which is good. But I love pepperoni too. And that was another thing. Being in New Mexico, green chilies on pizza. You just don't have pizza without it. So
that sounds like it would be super good.
Dude, you would be amazed how many things are actually much better with green chili. Like coffee apparently is so much better with it. Like everyone just is like, hey, have we tried this? Oh, well, let's do it. And they put it on everything. But I'd say I was putting together like the perfect pizza. Have some real good pepperoni, some like green chili, and some pineapple. And then a good amount of cheese,
Yeah. Always got to sprinkle some extra cheese. Stuffed crust?
Stuffed crust? Oh, yeah. I don't care what you put in it. Stuffed crust.
Just stuff it with whatever.
Yeah.
You put anything inside of bread, I'm down.
I was telling you earlier, my like marketing professor was like on the team that invented stuffed crust pizza.
Yeah.
Like man, what a legacy.
Honestly.
Stuffed crust is good. I don't know. What... Remind me, do you like olives? I want to say you...
Yeah.
You do.
Yeah, I like olives.
Would that be on your pizza?
100%. Yeah, so like if I'm going to a place like Blaze or Mod, like one of those build your owns, I'm definitely like a meat lover guy.
Yeah, I was going to say, for you, I would guess like a lot of stuff. Just like almost everything that you could, just on the pizza.
Yeah, basically. When I go to like Mod and Blaze, it's like basically every meat, and then veggies I load up with like red onions and banana peppers and pineapple and olives, and I just I go nuts. I get like loaded pizzas to the point where like you have to like use two hands to lift the slice because there's so much on it. It's so heavy. I go all out. Man,
pizza. It's been a long time since I've had pizza.
Yeah, now I kind of want to get a pizza for dinner.
Yeah, I figured I'd toss in a food one, and then we can take a break, but man.
That was a good one. Nearing the end of the show, get us back on track to get hungry for dinner.
Yeah, back where we started. Remember when we got Little Caesars pizza and put Dino Nuggets.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that?
Oh, yeah. I remember that. It's crazy now that you mention it, how much like pizza specifically has been a part of our like growing up, like we had that. I remember I have this Snapchat memory that pops up every once in a while of the pizza bombs that we made. Remember we got the muffin tin and we bought the pizza dough and we stuffed them into the muffin tin and then filled it. And then we had that sleepover at my house. We were like spooning them out with a fork to get them out of the muffin tray.
Well, and we would go to IPC all the time, like Idaho Pizza Company. That was a good place just to like hang out.
I remember our last day of school tradition of hitting the all-you-can-eat pizza buffet.
Oh, yeah. That was so good. We talked about Stellar Slice.
Yeah, Stellar Slice. Oh man, TM.
Yeah, that's
hey, we're gonna talk about the Stellar Slice. Back off. Do not even think about poaching this idea, okay? The Stellar Slice. A by the slice 24-hour pizza drive-in where you can hit the drive-thru and say, give me 3 slices of pep. And we'll be like, okay, here you go. And it's all like skate punk themed on the inside. Like 80s, 90s skate punk.
Just total punk place. By the slice pizza. And of course, like the best.
The best. Yeah. Don't even think about taking that idea.
That is our idea. There's a place here in Rexburg called like Righteous Slice that popped up, and immediately I was like, "Oh, that's too close.
We gotta burn it down.
A little bit too close. Back off."
There's this place that is on. I drive by it on my way home from work every day. Now that I'm in my new place, I drive by it now. It's called Johnny Bronx, and it's a by the slice pizza drive-thru. And I was like, "No, we were too slow. We were gonna be the first on the scene."
Yeah, we need some. I don't know if anyone out there has some cash, but seed money.
Yeah, if anyone looking to invest in the Stellar Slice, you know it's a winning idea. You know we could take it to the top.
Oh, man.
I've never wanted anything more than this.
Stellar Slice, man.
Man.
All right. I think we got time for one more, at least.
Yeah, let's do it. Get my mind off the Stellar Slice and my crushed dreams. Distract me.
They're not crushed yet. We're not dead.
Distract me from my pain. Michael, if I could enter any pop culture world, any kind of fandom, if I could place myself in that world, which would it be?
Oh, man. What? Dang.
I've got yours on lock. I know exactly what it is.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll see. I guess you're pretty confident. Let's hear yours.
Yours is Middle Earth.
Middle Earth? Yeah. That's... Middle Earth, definitely. Like, man, it's just so mystical. I would say that the Dragon Prince comes pretty close.
Oh, yeah. That's a new one.
Yeah, that's essentially like Middle Earth, though. Like,
well,
same thing. Like,
same vibe.
You got, like, elves, different races, like, very... That very much, like, fantasy. As much as I, like, absolutely love Star Wars, it definitely wouldn't be Star Wars or, like, sci-fi or, like Marvel superhero, nothing like that. I'm definitely a big fan of, like, the Middle Earth, like, Tolkien fantasy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's interesting. It's really cool to hear that you enjoy Dragon Prince that much. For the uninitiated, Dragon Prince, animated TV show on Netflix, it's super good. It's totally worth checking out. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites just because I feel like it introduces so many new ideas. Like, it takes, like, the classic fantasy elements, but just, like, adds a lot of uniqueness to it.
Yeah,
really
like enough flavor to give it its total own blood. Like, it feels like its own entity.
Yeah, it's different.
And it's written by the guys that did Avatar: The Last Airbender, so...
Yeah, which, I mean, bending different elements, that was something that was pretty unique.
Yeah.
That's something that... Creating at least a whole world around it, not really common. So
yeah, definitely.
Dang. For you, I mean, my first guess would be, like, Star Wars. That would be my first guess. Oh, man. But if it wasn't Star Wars... I don't know. My guess would be something superhero-like.
Yeah, a pretty good guess. I mean, I definitely would not say no to either of those.
Yeah.
I think for me, though, it would be Pokemon.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think of Pokemon.
Yeah.
That's a we've liked Pokemon like growing up. That was definitely like our era growing up, and it's still going.
And there's just something about like the whimsy and how everything like in the world of Pokemon is so like blissful, like even in the face of like the embodiment of space and time warring with one another, threatening to tear apart reality. Like even in the face of that, how you can talk to anybody in like Pallet Town, and they're just like, this is my best friend in the whole universe, Charmander. We do everything here. We go to work together. Like just having
Yeah.
this little dude that I could take with me everywhere, and no one would think twice about it. We just like know each other on a spiritual level. Just this little guy that hangs out in my backpack that I can spend all this time with, and to be like I love fantasy stories that give power to children. So like Pokemon, you know, you hit 10 years old, you go off on your Pokemon journey.
Yeah,
Or
totally.
like Harry
Like
Potter, you go to magic school. Percy Jackson, you go to summer camp. Like, I think for me, that's what I look back most fondly on in my life is the kind of like uninhibited imagination I had as a kid, and like the games I could play and the adventures I could go on with that. Like being able to have that same sense of whimsy and then actually be able to do the really cool stuff instead of just pretend it. Like that is what I think the Pokemon world offers, and then like that whimsy doesn't really leave when you become an adult, because
yeah.
you could be like a gym leader and just like do Pokemon stuff all day every day in Pokemon, even if you just like work at the Pokemart. Like you see all these cool Pokemon come through all the time, and everything is magical all the time. That is my
I
dream.
mean, even just like as an adult, like you still can have a Pokemon. Like you still can have all these different like companions or pets, however you'd want to put it. Like you still get to have these relationships, and I'm sure like Pokemon. I mean, it talks about Pokemon do different jobs and stuff. You know, I think one thing that I love so much about the world of Pokemon is that it's all these different creatures that are just like each has their own personality, like their own vibe, their own aesthetic. So like, I feel like comparatively in our world we're kind of limited. I mean, like, are you a cat or a dog? Like, do you have fish or a bird? Like,
And there are a lot of places you can't take those.
yeah, oh, definitely not. Like, I mean, we've got service animals, but really that's about it.
Yeah.
I could take different animals to the park, but something that's like, I mean, you can't take your fish outside of the tank,
Yeah.
But they're like water type Pokemon that are completely fine outside, and you can really just find something that's like truly you. Um, that like no one else has anything quite like it. Like no one has the relationship. Like you could go real far.
Every Pokemon is someone's favorite Pokemon.
Yeah.
And there's like 900 of them, and every one of them is someone's favorite.
That's a very good way to put that.
Yeah.
Man,
that
world of Pokemon.
And then close runner-up would like to be just like a Hobbit in the Shire. It just like total chill, no worries.
Oh yeah,
eating good food all the time. That's a close second for me.
we can be hobbits together. That'd be fun.
Okay, well that is a good place I think to call it, because I cannot go another minute without getting some food in my belly.
Yeah, some food sounds great.
Man, well, we are so glad to be back. I disappeared. We are so glad to be back recording Goodland. It just feels right to be back in the valley, to be back in Goodland. One of the things that we're working on here in the land where everything is good is VR, AR rooms where you can choose where you want to go and just live in it. Because why not? I saw Ready Player One. I know the point of it was that we shouldn't be down with that stuff, but all I could think of was how badly I wanted to play that game.
Yeah, I think it's a double-edged sword.
Yeah. So I am totally ready for the capitalist hellscape that is the metaverse. Count me in. It's going to be fun, and we're pioneering it here in the Valley.
We are. And we're going to be talking... We got a segment coming up about talking about all like the new things to come next year.
Yeah.
So Meta, I don't know if they're coming out next year, but that's going to be a topic.
Yeah, that's a episode we're super excited about. Is a look forward to 2022 and all the awesome movies, TV shows, games, and other pop culture, other media that we're excited about. So stay tuned. We're going to do that one here pretty soon. Any other announcements on your mind, Michael?
No, I mean, besides our good friend Parker, his new album is out. I've listened to some of it. Really, I've always loved his stuff. I really love that style. So check him out. You know the handle. That's Cusco Sucks. Correct.
At
you know
Cusco,
the spelling of it though.
At Cusco Sucks, KUZCOSUX on Twitter. Pop into your Spotify and put KUZCO, Cusco. Put that into your search bar. Look up the song Your Way, You Are Way. That is Parker's newest single. It is so freaking good. And he wrote our theme song for our intro. We love you, Parker. We love you. All right.
This episode has been a love letter to Parker.
This podcast is a love letter to Parker.
Oh, man.
Well, with that, everybody, I think that covers it, Michael, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, no, definitely. It has been a good evening in the Valley, at least for us. Hopefully it's a good whatever time for whenever you're listening
Whenever
to
you
this.
tune in, we hope we made it a little bit better. And with that, everybody, this has been Goodland. My name is Norin.
My name's Michael.
And we are glad you're alive.